You see, there's a difference between successful people and non-successful people. There's certain traits. There's value systems. What a value system is, for those who may not know, a value system is a belief. It's a practice of how you live life. So when you grow up in a family that's dysfunctional, when you grow up in a family that's broken, when you grow up in a family where there's not a mother and a father in the house teaching you the values necessary to carve out your own version of the American dream, prison is a reality. Failure in school is a reality. Repeating dysfunctional family and lifestyle is a reality. Staying in poverty for generation after generation is a reality when you don't develop your gift. Unfortunately, as a youngster in school who failed in every class except traffic, I failed in mathematics, I failed in science, I failed in history, I did okay in wood shop and metal shop. I got one A in my life in drafting. There was something about those 45-degree angle tables with the T-square and that little silver tool that you put the number 2 pencil in and you connect dots. To me, that was mind-boggling. And I got the A, but nobody patted me on my back and gave me praise for that milestone of the A. So what happens is we get put down at home. Yeah, I'm on a speaking tour here with Ed Venture. It's called the Be a Boss Tour 2016. And I'm so excited to have the opportunity to come down here in the 7 different counties in the Promise Zone to share my story and offer recipes for success.
Now, when did this first start? When did you first want to start doing this, speaking to schools from around the country?
Well, you know, I've been speaking in schools for the last 20 years. You know, I've been out of prison now 20 years. That's the backstory. Product of poverty, product of the inner city. Grew up in Los Angeles, single parent home. So I thought it's always been my purpose and my mission to come back to schools and tap into the lives of young people about making the right choices and consequences.
And you mentioned that you were in prison for some time because of drug selling, and that's where you learned how to cook. You was in the kitchen cooking. Tell us a little bit about that, how you found the love for cooking.
Yes. Well, you know, during my incarceration is when I discovered education, discovered my greatest gift, and I realized that, hey, you know, I got something in me that I can do legitimate. And I didn't want to sell drugs when I got out. I changed the mindset. Guys taught me how to cook. Got out. A famous chef named Robert Gatsby gave me my first break in Beverly Hills, and I never looked back. So I went from the dish room to the executive chef, and here I am today right here in Orangeburg, Wilkinson High School. Stop thinking about being a rapper, you know, basketball, sport. I don't play sports. Now, if you're gifted in sports, track, basketball, roll with it. Tennis, swimming, roll with it. But you know deep inside that that's not your gift. You play to what you do well with the least amount of effort. That's the gift. I don't care if you can clean a toilet good. I'm just a tidy boy. My granddaddy had a janitorial business, and he had me cleaning toilets when I was a little boy. And guess what? He took the toilet cleaning business, he created an entrepreneurial opportunity. Sometimes we have to think about entrepreneurship. College isn't for everybody. So then you play to your skill set, a trade school. You find mentors and people in your community, outside your community, who are subject matter experts in what you want to become. That's what it takes. So in closing here, to the folks from this community, law official enforcement folks right there, we all are successful here sitting on this floor. Folks who come from middle class America have made it to some degree. And we become somebody because somebody hooked us up. We became somebody, got certain positions because we had the right relationships. So the payback is, how do we reach back and bring young folk with us? So we start off with individualization of breaking the cycles of poverty by adopting maybe or having a extreme poverty and say, hey, we sacrifice going out to dinner ourselves and say, you know what, we're going to take a family from the neighborhood to a nice steakhouse dinner. I've done it before. I had a fine dining experience once I did with Wolfgang Puck in Las Vegas, and I took 9 inner city kids to Spago's. They had 6 courses of food. They were so intimidated sitting at a table with waiters, butlers, white tablecloth, multiple china, and I gave them all the foods they never had before. Goat cheese, foie gras, beets, reduction, emulsified sauces, radicchio romaine lettuces with microgreens and infused vinaigrettes, multiple different red wine sauces with a prime cut of beef, with all the marbling things in it that cost $24 a pound, and you can almost cut with a fork. Never had that before. So that's how you trigger the gift, trigger the dream, is the kids have to learn something different. If it's a young lady who don't know how to sit right, who don't understand that you don't wear different colored undergarments under white clothes when you go on an interview. You understand what I'm saying? As educators in this room, try something for me. Try something for the little homeboys, for the little homegirls. And it doesn't matter who you are, the color of your skin, the religion, your circumstances, white, black. This is a universal message. This is an American message. Let's try connecting what you teach to the money. Let's connect what you teach in the classroom to the house on the hill with the white picket fence. Let's show them where the money is. Because money is an addiction to poverty, is why we commit criminal acts. Poverty is the seed that creates the criminal mindset. Poverty helps create the hustle mindset. When you're hungry, when your mama don't come home, there's not enough food, and you're worried about what's for dinner, or is your mama gonna come home high, put hands on you, and she gonna come home beat up? That helps create the thought process of, I gotta find a way to help my mother. Then if you have the blinders of poverty on and no education, then what we do is easy because the street entrepreneurs are right there showing us how to hustle.
His message is very real. He connects on a solid level with students, and I think that it will have real impact with them this morning.
Events like this, how big do you think it is to a student body like this to have famous speakers come and talk to them?
I think it's a great experience for our students to have. Anytime we can get speakers to come in and talk with our students about life experiences or trials of anything that they've gone through, they're able to just connect with each student on an individual level, and hopefully it will cause our students and even some teachers to go back and think and reflect on their own lives and see how they can make better choices moving forward.
When we look at our students, we can't just look at them as students. We have to look at them individually. There is no one recipe to change everyone's life. We all have a different DNA. Our fingerprints are all different. We have to have the eye to identify talent. We have to help these youngsters identify the gift. The one thing, the two things they do extremely well with the least amount of effort, and then we begin to coach and counsel them in that gift. We find stuff online for, hey, look this up. Because as teachers and educators and parents, we know if our children have the college DNA. We know if they have the intellect to go to this school or that school. So let's not fake and shake. Let's keep it 100. I've never been to college. I've never been to culinary school. I became the first African-American executive chef on a $30 million restaurant, Bellagio, Caesar's Palace, Hotel Bel Air, L'Hermitage, with a GED. So just in case some of y'all don't make it, and that's okay, because we all fail. The lesson is in the failure. If you learn the lesson on why you fail and you bring correction, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's never too late. It's never too late to have that wake-up call. It's never too late to have that epiphany. That event that takes place in your life that says, I want to change my circumstances. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to raise children in a single-parent home on government assistance. I want my babies to have choices for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Say today that when I leave here, I'm going to start building relationships with people outside of the community. And when I go to schools and I speak to Fortune 500 companies, I say the same thing to that demographics. Because people in corporate America and suburban America buy into the stereotypes of us. But we're not all like what they say on the media and the paper. So folks outside of this community must begin to cultural educate themselves about the people here in the promised zone and inner cities all across this America. God bless you guys so much. Wow. Let me tell you. Yes. The Spirit spoke to me today, and I didn't know what I was going to say. I had a PowerPoint slide, so I don't want to show a PowerPoint slide today. You know, I just want to share what God gave me. I'm so blessed to be alive. I'm so blessed to have this opportunity. You know, I've been favored. So many people and organizations help me become a better me, and I thank God for that. Thank you guys for what you do. You teachers, you educators. Keep the fight, keep the hope rolling. Love you guys, huh?
This has been a production of New Perspectives Media, a part of the People Station, WOCS 93.7 FM, located at 1581 Russell Street, Orangeburg, South Carolina. New Perspectives Media is sponsored by Orangeburg Consolidated School District 5, Regional Medical Center, the Department of Public Utilities, Jimmy Jones Toyota of Orangeburg, National Kidney Foundation, Curry Insurance Agency, Dean Law Firm. For more information about upcoming programming, tune into 93.7 FM, The People Station.